big game in American politics, the final Republican debate before the New Hampshire primary. It's going to take place in this hall here in Manchester, New Hampshire, and air live right here on ABC.
And the stakes couldn't be higher. It's crunch time. Every candidate on the stage, all 7 of them, need to make a mark. We have team coverage this morning, starting with ABC's Tom Yamas, who's live from the debate hall. Good morning, Tom.
Paula, good morning to you. 2 big battles happening on that stage tonight. The first center stage, Donald Trump and Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz fighting to take over this race. And then there's everyone else left in the field hoping to have a moment that resonates with New Hampshire voters. And there will be men on that stage tonight fighting for their political lives. This morning, Donald Trump is heading to New Hampshire and staying there till the voting is over on Tuesday.
You have the most beautiful churches I've seen. I mean, these churches, seriously.
But overnight, a quick stop in South Carolina.
I almost want to just go in and pray.
Trump hopes his last-minute New Hampshire blitz will deliver a better result than Iowa. His team of volunteers going door to door.
We just wanted to send out a reminder. Hand you a reminder and see if we could get your support for Mr. Trump on Tuesday.
And we're with them, trudging through the snow.
It's freezing. Is it worth it? I think it's absolutely worth it. We've got to take back our country, and we cannot let it continue to be in the wreck that it's in.
But Ted Cruz has a ground army of his own.
Hello. Good morning.
They're showing the type of dedication that helped Cruz win in Iowa.
He and I walking around out here are probably not going to change a lot of hearts and minds individually, but
you never know.
If it's one vote, it's worth it.
Senator Cruz hoping to extend his winning streak, talking up an issue critical to New Hampshire voters.
The reason the Second Amendment is in the Bill of Rights. Each and every one of us has a God-given right to defend our home, to defend our family, and to defend our children.
But Cruz is feeling the pressure. Rubio surging in the polls, the target on his back getting bigger.
His record of accomplishment is slim.
He's willing to break his word to the voters and make deals with Democrats.
We know who the boy in the bubble is up here.
Rubio feels the attacks are growing because his campaign is taking off.
If you get a call on Tuesday night saying that I dropped out, it isn't true, it's a lie, keep voting.
Now, Rubio, of course, referring to the Cruz campaign's effort on caucus day in Iowa, suggesting that Dr. Ben Carson was dropping out of the race. That, of course, never happened, and Cruz later apologized to Dr. Carson. Rubio's going into this debate feeling that everyone will be out there to attack him. He did get a boost overnight. Former rival and Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal endorsing him. Paul and Dan.
A little boost there. Tom Yamas, who's been covering this campaign every step of the way. Tom, thank you. Let's get some pregame analysis now with ABC News political analyst Matthew Dowd, who's also right there in the debate hall. Hey, Matt, good morning. I guess my first question is, how high are the stakes generally tonight?
I think tonight is the most important event in the Republican race up until this time. It sets everything up for for Tuesday in New Hampshire, and this moment with all 7 on stage, each of them has a huge stake in what's going to happen tonight.
All right, so let's talk about what the individual candidates need to do tonight. Trump is leading in the polls, but others have been gaining on him. So how does he maintain pole position?
I think Donald Trump, he needs to make sure he's about 10 points up right now. He needs to make sure he stays there, and I think one of the ways he needs to do that is to be strong, but I think he actually needs to deliver in a very calm and steady way, not in the manner he's done in previous debates, but in a manner that's very straightforward, but exceedingly calm and cool.
Exceedingly calm and cool. We'll see if he can go there. And Marco Rubio got the best bounce out of Iowa. He's now in second place in the polls. What do you think his strategy is going to be tonight in the face of the inevitable attacks from his rivals?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Marco Rubio finished 3rd in Iowa, but he stepped all over Ted Cruz, who finished 1st in Iowa, and Ted Cruz hasn't got any lift out of Iowa. I think Marco Rubio is going to be under assault by everybody on that stage, especially the governors or former governors who are trying to figure out a way to move on from here. I think what you're going to see tonight is basically everybody knows that there's only 4 tickets out of New Hampshire. So of those 7 people on stage, only 4 are going to be able to get out of here once Tuesday voting starts.
As you said, stakes incredibly high. Matthew Dowd, we appreciate your analysis on a Saturday morning.
And then there would be 4. Thank you. And as we head into tonight's debate, we're getting a glimpse into the candidates' pregame rituals, courtesy of one of our debate partners, the website, the Independent Journal Review. Check it out.
My favorite thing to do on the day of the debate is play Plants vs. Zombies on my iPhone with my 2 girls.
Siri, what questions will David Muir be asking at the New Hampshire debate?
Before debate, I normally call my mom to get advice.
Interesting. I didn't know there was a zombie game that he was playing on his iPad. That's an odd way to prepare.
Download that now, Dan.
Exactly. Well, I'm all over it. ABC's David Muir and Martha Raddatz will be moderating tonight's debate. They've got a preview now from the debate hall.
Hey, Dan and Paula, good morning. We're just now hours away from the 7 GOP candidates taking the stage right here behind Martha and me in Manchester, New Hampshire.
And Donald Trump will be at the center because he is the front runner based on polling. Cruz and Rubio will be on either side of him, and that's the top three.
But there's going to be a lot of focus on the other four. Carson, Kasich, Christie, Bush. They're looking for their moment in the spotlight, really looking to survive the race, so they're going to make their case certainly to voters right here in New Hampshire tonight to try to change the course of the race.
Anything can happen, so join David and me tonight only on ABC here live in New Hampshire. We'll be asking the questions, and it all starts at 8 p.m., 7 Central.
We have to get back to work. See you tonight.